Hey my lovelies, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Wednesday's Facebook card reveals for you all. So I'm working with Spirit Within Tarot, which is a really cool deck, this one, by Stephen Bright. So these are the cards. If you were drawn to card number 1, we're going into the energies of the Hermit. Hermit needs a bit of time to rest, to pause, just to gather. So maybe you've been feeling very sort of overwhelmed, maybe you've been feeling like you've been peopling too much, and maybe you just need to go off into a space where you can think, where you can breathe. Sometimes the Hermit card shows when we have to sort of pause, we have to just take a bit of stock, we have to take a bit of time for ourselves just to gather. Sometimes it comes in if we've been sort of maybe running around ragged, so maybe we're being like the version that everybody wants us to be, as opposed to being the version that our own inner spirit needs us to be. Sometimes Hermit can feel a little bit on the edge of a circle looking in, so sometimes they sort of feel like when they're around people there's a craving to be on their own, but when they're on their own there's a real feeling of like, oh, it'd be quite nice to be around some people. So sometimes they struggle to sort of feel like where they fit in, to where they belong in the world. It can be sometimes quite an isolating time, but just gather your bearings, just give yourself some, permission to rest, to recharge. Give yourself time to have a bit of credit as well. I think sometimes with the Hermit card we place quite a lot of expectation that, to be a certain way or to do a certain thing, and you're enough as you, and you can celebrate being you, because being you is your gift to the world. But sometimes the Hermit is a soul searcher, so sometimes they struggle to embrace and enjoy the things that are being created because they're putting this pressure and everything else upon themselves, and we just don't need to. So be kind to yourself, I think is key here. But take your time with decisions, with choices, and really listen to your heart. Do what benefits you as opposed to what other people would expect you to be doing, is the key with this one. Now then, as we're moving into card number 2, we're going into the energies of the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a card of really giving yourself peace, permission. Sometimes Ace of Cups represents deep grief, deep healing. Maybe you're processing, maybe you're going through a little bit of something at the moment. But Ace of Cups is really about kind of seeing your cup of life full of wonder, full of purpose, full of opportunity. So really giving yourself permission to celebrate the wins, the blessings, the beauty. Sometimes what we get with this card is it shows up after a deep battle or a deep trauma. For some people it shows up if maybe they've been through a very aggressive journey with health, and maybe they've got good news around health recovering and getting back on track. Sometimes it shows if they've been in a very dark job and they've left that, and all of a sudden there's this awareness of life again. The cup is kind of giving you cup of life energy, and maybe you've just been through something that's been very dark, very imprisoning, and maybe it's been hard to sort of see the wins, the victories, the beauty of what life is. But this is almost starting to really see your blessings, living in that cycle of love and gratitude, and just giving yourself permission to have a bit more of what you seek, a bit more of what you want. See your cup of life overflowing with magic, with wonder, with opportunity, and being grateful, really being guided by that breath of life energy. So there could be some emotions we're making peace with, there could be some healing that's coming in with this, but also it's an opportunity to live. So however you want to show up, whatever you want to live for, it's time to get back out into the world. It's time to sort of create some beautiful adventures and experiences, and just do what resonates within your heart, do what makes your heart happy. That's coming in massive with this card. So it's an exciting time for living, definitely. And finally, as we're moving into card number 3, we're going into the energies of the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles, often a time for teamwork makes the dream work. So there could be collaborations, there could be sort of job opportunities, there could be a step up the ladder. This shows quite a lot when there's maybe some sort of positive change around finance. The Pentacles obviously there in the window, so it's a window of opportunity. Sometimes it shows if there's a business venture, or if it's maybe collaborating with certain people to create something beautiful and sort of something really positive. You know, usually it's seen as like a step up the ladder, a step forward. So there could be some sort of positivity around job. There could be job success, there could be a promotion, there could be a wage increase. If you sort of work for yourself, there could be collaborations with new people, and everything being done in a way where everybody gets an equal win, but it maybe generates some income, some revenue. If you've kind of had a bit of a block financially, this maybe is just showing up to say things are improving, things are going to start to sort of move forward, and things can be repaired as well, because this is almost being seen as a card of repairing. Yes, he's decorating, but you could see that as repairing stuff as well. So it's all about everything moving forward if it's been a bit blocked, if it's been a bit stagnated. So an exciting time. Gonna leave it with you. Just a reminder, we're on a full moon cycle, so if you've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed and everything else, full moon's very good to clear, cleanse, release. They're also kind of can be good for setting new intentions and bringing things in, but I tend to use them as a clearing and a cleansing time. What do I need to let you know about? A couple of cheeky shouts. The main thing, this Saturday I'll be down in Burnham-on-Sea. It's fully booked, so thank you very much. We've now sold all the tickets for the show next week at Theodoria's Cafe in Gillingham, so thank you very much if you've booked to see that. It's going to be very exciting. August is fully booked, so go onto the website where you see in-person events for September and moving forward. Take advantage of those, get those booked on. I just want to say I am running a Witch's Rune workshop at the end of August, which is going to be on, I think it's the 30th, I want to say. Yeah, 30th, which is a Sunday. I have 2 spaces now left, and then that workshop is fully booked. So grab that if you want to. Also, I did put a shout up, so you may have seen that I'm having a holiday in September time. I'm going to be going off grid because I'm going to be over at the Isle of Wight. I am going to be doing a big show in Cowes, Trinity Theatre on the Isle of Wight on Saturday the 12th of September. Tickets are live and available. Get purchasing those if you haven't already, but it does mean that I will be having some downtime and some off-grid time. So lots of things, lots of weird and wonderful things happening, but check the tour dates for all shows, check the events page for all events, and I will look forward to catching up with some of you lovelies as and when. And I really, really hope that this week's messages make a little bit of sense. Thank you to everybody that have been showing up for Zoom appointments. It's been lovely to connect with you guys. I've just had some really beautiful energies and beautiful sort of connections recently. So thank you very much. Have a cool one, look after yourself. See you soon. Bye for now.